Mission Log 082216. Captain Risto of the PR-03. Current mission, escape the Edinkangbai-Adom system, now known as the Monolith 1 system. Current status, I'm on the run from Gek Authority and Atlas Sentinels. I have flu-like symptoms from the planet, and there's an infection in my arm from where I got shot. Gek Patrol and Aljidawot Zaifus were starting to monitor my activity as I was learning too much of their history and language. I had stumbled upon a monolith named Memories of Taikwi Est, where I had an encounter with a strange winged creature. It flew down to the monolith, eyes glowing red. Its head spun a full 360 rotation as it screamed for mercy like an ancient voice asking for death. At closer view, it was clear that the creature's neck was broken, and the monolith's power possessed it, animated it. A decision had to be made. Should I leave the Gek alone and let the creature continue on in its torturous state, or should I place a bullet into its head, a mercy killing? I did what I felt was morally right and killed the creature. I closed my eyes, waited for punishment, but the monolith rewarded me with a relic and knowledge of an ancient myth. I noticed the locals gathering. They were getting pissed, so I ran. The myth changed everything. The Edinkangbai-Adom sun was not approachable. It was unreachable. It was blessed by an ancient spell that would not allow mere mortals to approach it. It was practically an illusion. Of course, I cannot confirm the validity of this information, particularly considering the source, but it was deemed enough for Mission Command to abort mission codenamed DBoyle2007. After much running, I found shelter to hide for a while, an abandoned transmission tower at Etana Crater. Controls for the Dinyan Gitski UP antenna were located there, and an incoming transmission awaited me, a Korvax distress signal. The communication link was weak, but my understanding was the Korvax were located a few systems away. They would be able to aid me in my greater mission in exchange for much needed resources and credits. Commander Billups demanded that I find a nearby crashed ship and then leave Aljidawot Zaifus immediately to seek out the Korvax. But any additional information was denied. I headed towards Rasamama. Oh, suit upgrade. Things are looking good. But then I was cornered into a hole by a group of sentinels. What do you want from me? I didn't take anything from the monolith. But she needed to die. She was in great pain. I blacked out. After an unknown amount of time passed, I awoke far from my ship, robbed and weak. They had taken the relic and left me to die. My thoughts drowned out the hot, humid air and the pain of my bare feet hitting burning rock. What was my purpose towards the sun? Was I sent to destroy the Gek? And why was this system so important? How could so much knowledge be hidden on this desolate, lifeless hell planet? I should have never landed here. Finally back aboard Rasamama, I was reminded to check the site of the crashed ship. Only then would I be permitted to leave. So I flew. I boosted. I flew some more, but the site continued to seem further away. Command, I'm leaving.
You are not permitted to leave.
I initiated pulse drive.
Risto.
I cannot stop the pulse drive, it's locked. It truly was locked. Or I was so tired that I'd forgotten the controls.
Risto, you must complete the objectives or be dismissed.
Okay, Mission Command, I'm heading back. I was heading back to Aljidawot Zaifus once again. The crashed ship was an Ifirifo S-87. Decent ship in horrible shape. Didn't even have the cargo space of Rasamama. No survivors, no cargo of interest, permission to leave.
Granted.
I took one last look around the planet before leaving its atmosphere forever. I had spent way too many days there. Back in space. I'm being followed by a Gek ship. Permission to take it out. I hate space battles. surrounded by Sentinel starships. Got one. Ship repair initiated. Pulse drive active. I made it out alive, but lost critical cargo. I'm heading to the second moon. The whereabouts of the hyperdrive were to be found on Rahamastis Gamzama, the second moon of Mushroom Swiss. Turns out it was a paradise moon, the only place worthy of calling home in this system. Magnificent tall grass, harmless dinosaur-like creatures, shady trees, rocks to mine, whatever you want to call these things. That's a feisty one. Even went for a much-needed swim. The water was perfect. I could live here, I really could. As day faded, I pretended to skinny dip with a beautiful woman in the light of the planets, caught some alien fish to eat, did some night flying. It was like a freaking vacation from the Sentinels and the Gek. Ridiculous that I had spent so much time on that hellhole when paradise was a moon away. But when I stopped and really paid attention, it was a little different at night, and I began to notice the floating particles. Had they been at all the planets, or just here? Outside the Unyam rainforest, another monolith, another Gek prophecy, remnants of the Lasanatus Utos. The words engraved were the truth of the moment, and I quote, "A strange new reality grips me. The ancient structure swings open to reveal a body encased in ice. It is patchwork of different body parts. Its ragged beak appears to have been stitched with animal gut." I paused for a moment. Melt the ice or leave? I melted the ice. The creature wrapped its claws around my throat, giving me a glimpse at death. I shoved it back with all my strength into the disapproving monolith. Vacation was over. The sky was getting more active, and now I had angered the gods of the Gek. I needed to hurry, find that hyperdrive. No signs of the hyperdrive. Is it on this moon or not? No answer. I'm getting tired. Inventory full. Can I get confirmation? No answer. As I record this log, I'm either dreaming or on the verge of collapse. I found Big Willie, and there's more than one. Wow, this guy is something else. Scanning plant life for credits. I'm stuck. I am stuck. Mission Command, I am in locked position. I cannot move. All is frozen. All is gone. I must shut down and restart life support systems. All HUD support is corrupt. An error has occurred in the following application, CE-34878-0. Current status shutting down. Until the next log, farewell.